Losing thousands of species every year, Earth is heading for mass extinction. New research from the University of California, Riverside shows environmental changes could cause mass extinctions to occur millions of years earlier than scientists previously realized. Losing thousands of species every year, Earth is currently heading for a mass extinction. Most of the famous dinosaurs disappeared 66 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous period. Prior to this, the majority of Earth's creatures were wiped out between the Permian and Triassic periods, roughly 252 million years ago. Thanks to the efforts of researchers at UC Riverside and Virginia Tech, it is now known that a similar extinction occurred 550 million years ago, during the Ediacaran period. The discovery is documented in a paper in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. While it's unclear whether this was a true mass extinction, the percentage of organisms lost is similar to these other events, including the one currently underway. Researchers believe that environmental changes were responsible for the disappearance of around 80% of all Ediacara creatures, which were the first complex multicellular life forms on the planet. The geological record shows that the world's oceans lost a great deal of oxygen during the time, and the few species that did survive had bodies adapted for low-oxygen environments, said Chen-Yi Tu, a UCR paleoecologist, and colleagues. Unlike later events, these earliest are more difficult to document because the creatures that perished were soft-bodied and not as well preserved in the fossil record. We suspected such an event, but to prove it we had to collect a huge database of evidence, said Rachel Surprenant, UCR paleoecologist and study co-author. The team documented nearly every known Ediacara animal environment, body size, diet, locomotion, and habits. With this project, researchers seek to disprove accusations that the great loss of animal life at the end of the Ediacaran period was something other than extinction. Some previously believed that the event could be explained by data that was not properly collected, or changes in animal behavior, such as the arrival of a predator. We can see the spatial distribution of animals over time, so we know they didn't just move elsewhere or get eaten, they died, said Chen-Yi. We have shown a marked decrease in the abundance of organisms. They also tracked the creature's ratio of surface area to volume, a measurement that points to decreased oxygen levels as a cause of death. If an organism has a higher ratio, it can get more nutrients, and the bodies of animals living in later eras adapted this way, said UCR paleoecologist Heather McCandless, a co-author of the study. The Ediacara creature would be considered grotesque by today's standards. Many animals could move, but they were unlike anything alive today. Among them are Obomus coronatus, a disc-shaped creature named after a former president, and Attenborough's genii, a small ovoid raisin shape named after British naturalist Sir David Attenborough. These animals were the first evolutionary experiment on Earth, but they only lasted about 10 million years. Not long at all, in evolutionary terms, said Drozer. While it's not clear why oxygen levels have dropped so drastically at the end of time, it's clear that environmental changes could destabilize and destroy life on Earth at any time. These changes have driven all mass extinctions, including the current one. There is a strong correlation between the success of organisms and, to quote Carl Sagan, our pale blue dot, said Philip Bone, UC Riverside geologist and study co-author. No one is immune to extinction. We can see the impact of climate change on ecosystems and must take note of the deleterious impacts when we plan for the future, said Bone. That was the theory and research on the threat of extinction on Earth. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get other interesting videos.